2024-2025 season. Now, I thought that these hadn't all released yet. It still seemed a bit early in the year. It's only August 6th as of me making this video, but they're already out, so I don't know. Maybe I just am misremembering when these things tend to go public. I don't know. Now I know some people are going to ask about Summer Slam. I am going to do that video this week. Tomorrow is my last day for this week, and I'm going to watch it tomorrow night, and then the video will be up the day after that. So my last video this week, my Friday, Thursday for most of my viewers, that evening will be my SummerSlam video. Because I know I've already gotten one comment asking about it. But anyway, guys, let's get into it. Now, what I found interesting is Adidas is now the largest kit manufacturer in the Premier League with 7 clubs, followed by Umbro and Nike with 4. And if you've seen my kit videos in the past, you know I tend to dislike what Adidas does. We have Puma with 2, Macron with 1, Castore with 1, and Sudo with 1. I'm not sure that I've ever seen Sudo before. I'm gonna quickly scroll these so I don't see them, and we'll start with Arsenal, where we always start. Now, you guys know I tend to, let me adjust my camera here, a little bit smaller. You guys know I tend to not dislike Arsenal kits, but I tend to find them maybe a little bit boring. But I actually like this one. Now the red, obviously, I like the simplified crest compared to even last season. Like, so this is last season. I really did not like this kit, but obviously with the full crest there. But you have this simplified badge, which I think is nice. And it works well with kind of all the white there, and they've added a lot of blue. There's blue on the shoulders, there's kind of blue on I don't know, the sides there on the back. I'm not a huge fan of how it tapers down in the back. I would have preferred maybe a solid color back or something instead of this little white bit there on the back, but for me, I kind of always put Arsenal shirts like right in C tier. I find them very bang on average. But in this case, I actually like this. This is one of my favorite Arsenal kits in a very long time. I'm gonna give that a B+. Now let's look at the away. And just so you guys know, I don't review the goalkeeper kits. I never have. Alright, so we have the black with green and red. It makes me think of Mexico colors, but I'm sure it's not meant to represent Mexico. I guess that could also be Spain. Maybe even Italy. No, because Spain is red and yellow. So maybe Italy instead. You have the green and the red. I like the green and the red on the collar, but I think I would have preferred if the Adidas logo and the Arsenal logo were the same color. And you have the little kind of like white, not zebra stripes, but like those stripes there. This is a bit of a miss for me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan I'd say that's about below average. Okay. And now for the third. Okay. This looks like something I would have worn back in like 2010 to, hopefully that wasn't too loud, 2010 to 2014. This reminds me of like maybe an old school like Teddy Fresh design or something like that. You have these aquas and purples and mint greens, and what's funny is I like it better there than the actual one, because that one's a lot fainter. The colors are a bit more subtle, but here the colors are more pronounced, and I don't like that as much. It's not bad, but I'm gonna give that a C. I'm just gonna say it's just about average. I find it weird that that's at a 4.1. But my favorite easily is this home shirt. This is my favorite Arsenal home shirt in a very long time. I moved to Aston Villa. Okay, just a very simple Aston Villa shirt. You're gonna have the blue, you're gonna have the burgundy, I suppose. You'd say that is. It's a very classic shirt. Of course, I don't like the orange on the sleeve. I do like that back bit, that's nice, 150. But yeah, that orange Trade Nation bit, that, I'd prefer that if that was either, like, probably using their red there would have looked better, or even just doing like black and white or something. In my opinion, that's pretty bang on average. I'll go ahead and give that a C. I'm surprised that has a 4.2. Do they not have an away pre-season home kit? Okay, so they don't have an away yet. See, this was my concern. I thought not every kit had been released. If there's any that don't have kits now, as I go through the other leagues week by week, I'll be checking and seeing if they get posted, and I'll just like throw them in the beginning of one of those. Bournemouth. Now I saw the away already. Here's the home. That is a very unfortunate sponsor. BJ88. Now that's obviously a Chinese gambling company, as 8 is considered a very lucky number in China. And then repetitions of 8 make it luckier and luckier, so you'll see a lot of Chinese sports betting companies or gambling companies in general with the number 8 somewhere. But having BJ there on the sponsor, some people are gonna get clowned for wearing this. Don't. If you have children, they're school-age children, and they want you to buy them this kit, and they're gonna like wear it to school or whatever, I would maybe reconsider that choice. Now, kit sponsor aside, I love the hits of gold here. The Umbro logo, obviously the gold on the AFC Bournemouth, the gold on the unfortunate sponsorship. The back there, the 1899, that's in gold. that Leo's International was in gold as well. There's something about it, it looks kind of flat though, doesn't it? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of just looks, yeah, I guess flat. Which I know that's not gonna make sense, because it doesn't really make sense to me. I do like it a bit more though. I'm gonna give that a C+. I'll go C+ there. Now let's look at the away. This is the one that I've already seen. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of what Taco Bell looked like when I was a little kid. This looks like Taco Bell in the 1990s. Or like the old school Dixie cups. The paper cups. They like had this color pattern on it, which was really cool. And I think this is trying to be reminiscent of like a retro, yeah, like 80s and 90s type vibe. As you see there, you have the tape deck. I do, yes, I think they're even trying to, like, with the backdrops there, kind of be reminiscent of that, which is funny because I didn't realize that this aesthetic was really a thing outside the United States. Maybe it just materialized in different ways. I do think it's pretty cool though. I'm gonna give that a B+. I'll go B+ on that one. I saw this one away, that this was the preseason away. I thought this was really cool looking. Obviously I'm not gonna give this a grade because it doesn't count. They're gonna wear it during the season. But out of all of these, this one is my favorite. This is, I would buy and wear this one. Okay. Brentford. This kit was carried over from the previous season. Okay, I'm not gonna give that a grade then, because I've already graded it. But let's look at the away. The Umbro, predominantly pale pink color. A pale pink color. Are you sure about that? Football Kit Archive. Are you sure that this has a pale pink color? Because I must be colorblind then. We have another Umbro kit. This Hollywood Bet sponsor has to be one of the ugliest sponsor. I mean, just the logo is ugly. It's a star that's not like symmetrical. Every time I see this, I hate it. You have this sort of forest green, I guess you'd call it. And the forest green itself, I think, looks really nice. Especially because you have this sort of matte material, and then pairing that with this sort of, it looks like hexagonal black and forest green design. I actually like that contrast quite a bit. Like there especially, you can see I love that contrast, but I really dislike the lime green or like yellow, whatever that color is. I wish that wasn't there. I think that could have been white. It would look better if you just did like a matte black. That would have looked really nice. But I really dislike that lime green. This could have been an A tier, but that green takes it away. And to me, that's a B tier, above average. But if that would have been a different color, I could have put that in A tier. let's look at their third. Predominantly dark green. Okay, so they got these switched up. So they're riding that Inter Miami hype train. They're like, the kids are gonna go to the shop, and they're gonna be like trying to buy the Messi kits, but then they're gonna be sold out of the Messi, and some little kid's gonna like look over and see this one instead, and be like, oh, we'll get that one. I really like this actually. So you guys, longtime viewers know, pink is my favorite color. But there's a lot of things on this that I like in shirts altogether. You have a fabric cuff with the stripes. It's all just pink or black. You don't have any random sponsor colors in there. I love it's like an old school polo shirt cuff almost. And then you have the buttons. I am a sucker for collar buttons. The only thing that could have possibly elevated this would have been if this had a like polo collar on it. I'm a big sucker for polo collars on kids. I think this looks really nice actually. The pink is a good color of pink. Like a pale pink. I really like this. I'm gonna give this an S. I'm gonna give this an S. This is my favorite kit so far. Brentford overall really well done. I like the away. I like the third. The home is whatever, but I like good job Brentford. Now we come to Brighton. I think this is our first Nike kit of the video. And it's a Nike kit, but I'm glad that they're not doing the little rounded off weird top shoulder thing anymore. I hated that. I love that you have the... Is this going back to an older logo? I could have sworn they haven't had the yellow beak on the bird in recent years. Hold on. No. So this was last year. Oh, last year the yellow beak. Oh, I guess they have had it. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the rounded top. See that? I've absolutely hated that. Nike was doing that on all of their kits. But looks like they have finally stopped, which I'm very grateful for. It looked so ugly in my opinion. As always, you have the American Express cut out there. Very simple, very clean. Sponsor. I've always been a fan of Brighton kits. Brighton's one of those teams I've always just kind of rooted for. If you guys aren't aware, I've said it in the past, but I'm not a fan of any team in the Premier League. But there are certain teams that, I want to see them do well. Brighton is one of those teams. I really like Brighton in general. Seems like a cool city as well. This is really clean though. It looks really nice. I'm gonna give this a C+. Give that a C+. Let's look at the away. Not feeling the away. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling this one. It looks a little bit better there. It looks good on him. It looks good on them. Might be one of those things where on person it looks better than on the hanger. But see, they're both wearing it with pants, and they were wearing it with like skirts and... Yeah, see, it looks classy there. He even has the shades. The away kit. I'm gonna give that one a C-. Go C-. Character from previous season. I'm not gonna grade it then and be thankful I'm not. Chelsea. Oh my god, what is... a sponsor though, that's kinda cracked. Do they not have a sponsor? They really don't. Did they last season? They didn't have a sponsor last season either. Interesting. This is. I don't like whatever it is they've done with the badge. It looks like a sticker. Show me a close up of the badge. It legitimately looks like a sticker. So does the Nike logo. It looks like a sticker. The hottest part of the flame. Technical innovation using 4D data-driven design. But why are they using like tech, like corporate speak nonsense? Trying to reveal there. This is really bad. I'm gonna give that a D. Chelsea is some of my favorite kits of all time. Truly. Like, let me see if I can find it. Oh god, some of the recent ones have been bad though, huh? This one. This is legitimately one of my favorite kits of all time. I love that one. I also like this white one. Any of their Yokohama ones. But man, that's a miss. Okay, the away. Now this is better. I like the colors. That sort of creamy off-white looks really nice. But what is going? It still looks like a sticker or like a wax seal. Like medieval times they put the wax down, put their seal. That's what it looks like. It just looks weird, man. It just looks weird. It looks plasticky, and the Nike looks plastic. I like the colors. I'm gonna give that a C plus. C plus. Third. Man, what is going on? It's like it's trying to go for like punk vibes. I hate that swoosh. They call it the upright swoosh. You know, like this sort of like, it looks very grungy punk rock. Just having the lion there is cool. But this just, the people give this a 3.8. I'm giving this a D. None of these have warranted an F yet, but that one was dangerously close. Let's go to Crystal Palace. I tend to like what Crystal Palace does. Wow, this is very bright. I love the motif in the blue of the eagles and the sort of messy red. And yeah, there's the net 88, like I was talking about, the 88 repetition. You have the pattern just repeating all the way around. I like the way that looks nice, the taper down into that on the shorts. Look at that, that is very vibrant. That just jumps out at you, man. I really like that. I'm gonna give that an S tier. That really just leaps out at you. It'll be really interesting to see what it looks like in a match. like on camera without post-processing, because in these pictures it's just like jumping off the screen at me, and I really like it. I'm gonna give that an S. That might be my favorite so far. It's either that or the pink. The away. You have yellow, you just have one big eagle there. I tend to not be a fan of predominantly yellow kits, especially when they're paired with blue. I just tend to not like it. I'll give this a C+. Go C+ on that one. Everton. This, you could tell me this was last season's kit and I'd believe you. At least their badge doesn't look like a sticker, though. I can give them that much. It is, like, it's nice, it's simple, but I'm gonna give it a C. My opinion's just about average. Let's look at the away. Is that their minimal logo? Bro, come on. Come on, you're not even. I have to put that in a below average tier. It just feels like they're not even trying. The third. You have like an off-white cream with black, light lemon. Yeah, I can't get it clear enough. Look at that to feel comfortable giving it a grade. That's one of the ones I'll come back to later when an actual photo's been released. Fulham. Oh, look at this. You have the polo collars. They're already winning points in my book. Part of me thought I would dislike this because it's just, white, black with a little bit of red. But the more I look at it, the more I like it. The black shorts, yeah. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I think it looks pretty nice. I'm gonna give that a B. I'll say it's above average. Let's look at the Fulham away. Retro look. I would have preferred the polo collar there. Split color. Collar, take it or leave it. This one's just kinda. I'm gonna give that a C. That's just bang on average in my opinion. Ipswich Town, the newcomers to the league. Of course, you have the Ed Sheeran sponsorship. It's blue, it has pinstripes. It's running towards diversity. It's alright. I'd say this is a C tier in my opinion. Well, I will say I hope that they don't just immediately go back down. I hope they're not a yo-yo club. I would like to see them survive this season and stay in the Premier League. Maroon with a navy trim. I like this one a little bit better just because of the gold. I really like the gold on the Ipswich logo. I think it looks nice. The gold stars. That looks really, really good. If anyone knows what type of horse that is, that's the horse I've always wanted to get. Just those really big ones. When I went horse riding, the horse I was on, I think was just like a standard, I don't know what they're called, like just a standard American style horse. But I've always wanted to try riding one of those, just big ol', I don't know if they're called Clydesdales. I don't know if that's the right term, but I've always those. I'll give this a C plus. I'll give that a C plus. Leicester City. Are they sponsored by a Bitcoin gaming company? See, this is disappointing because we are not that far removed from this. The 1516, that one is beautiful. Even 2022-23, I like this one better. Polo collar, the gold, that looks nice. I mean, this one, that's nice. The King Power sponsor, honestly, was the, like, look at that. King Power. The minute they go away from King Power, look at this. Not a fan of this. Bring back King Power as the sponsor. I'm gonna give that a C minus. C minus. Let's come to the away kit. I feel like this is I feel like I've seen this from Adidas before for another club. This feels like a template. And again, this is why I tend to dislike Adidas and Nike kits. Because unless you're one of like the really, really big clubs, they tend to give you some pretty boring designs. That's just, I'm gonna give that a C. It's just about average. And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to give that a score. Not good enough quality. Liverpool now. I do like this. I've seen this already, I think, because they were saying the logo, the badge. I don't know why they're saying it's different. It doesn't look different at all to me. As I was saying, but people saying it was a different badge, but no, that's clearly not. I think it's a bit of a step back for Liverpool. Like, the one I really like from them, that 2019, that's good, but the yellow, or excuse me, the red is a little bit too red. The yellow is a little bit too yellow, if you know what I mean. When I think of Liverpool, I think of a little bit of a darker, richer red, a more gold yellow. I'm giving that and the pattern's a little bit too all over the place for me. I'm gonna give that a C minus. The away is just kind of boring. I'm gonna give that a C. I'd say it's very average. Come to the third. We have this stupid upright swoosh again. I almost thought these were like manga panels for a second, but I see now it's not. Let's take that. That literally just looks like ketchup and mustard. I don't know. I'll give this one a B because this is at least a little bit more interesting to look at. But this season, Liverpool, I don't like this lineup. Manchester City. What does that say? What a 66101 or 0106 0161. I'm sure that has some meaning. Obviously it has to. I just personally don't know what it is. I'm gonna give that a C plus. I do like it's obviously just the classic blue Manchester City shirt, but they added a little something to it. Actually, I'm gonna give that a B. I'll give that a B. I'll say it's above average. Good Lord Almighty. Okay, so it says this is inspired by a retro kit. this is just... The problem is when they take these retro kits and try to, like, apply them to modern kits, the materials are different, the styling is different, everything. Like, if you look at those older kits, I actually prefer them, but because they're kind of like baggier, they're made out of like an actual, like a more natural fabric, not this like polyester athletic wear type material. It's like more like a polo shirt material or a t-shirt material. So even though like, oh, we use the same colors and patterns, it looks different. It's inherently different. And I just don't think it ever really translates properly, and I think this is really ugly. I'm gonna give this I'm giving that a D minus. I'm giving that a D minus. Come to the third. Is that the ship right there? I think that is the ship, really big there. I love the red with everything in gold. Everything there's in gold. I do quite like that. It's very what's the word I want to say? Not luxurious, but along those lines, it's very, I can't think of the word right now, but I like it. I'm gonna say that's a B. I'll say that's above average. Let's look at why do they have so many kits? Why do we need 4 kits? Oh, Jesus. Save me from this pain. What is this, bruh? Why would you do this? Why would you do F? This is the first F of the video. Good. Oh, wait, I know I don't grade goalkeeper kits, but dog, what is this? What are they sticking these dudes in? Alright. Manchester United, let's get it. You have a gradient. It's just red. I do like that sort of embossed. That's interesting. You know what I think would actually make this kit look better is if they took the devil, just made it white and made that the badge instead of doing the full Manchester United badge. You know, if they just take the devil, make him white, put him there, I think it'd look a lot better, kind of like what Arsenal did. I'll give that a C+. But the away, I've been excited for this one. Everyone's been hyping this up. Navy blue. You have a button collar. You have a navy. You have a polo collar with the button. The white badge. Everything's got this whitey off-white. You have the letter M. So Manchester. Yeah, this looks sick. Some people are saying this is the best kit of the season. I disagree with that. I've seen 2 that I prefer, but I'm gonna give this an A+. I'm gonna give that an A+. Now let's go to the third. Oh my god. Yeah, I like this. I like this better than the away. This is what I'm talking about. The big one. And you have the Adidas Originals logo instead of the 3 stripes. That's the superior one. Yeah, this is an A+ as well. No, this is an S. This is an S tier. This is S tier for sure. I love that. That rocks. Newcastle United. Oh my god, that's a little bit ugly. It's not even the kit really, it's the shoulder patch. That yellow just completely kills the flow. I'll give it a C. I'll say it's just about bang on average. Here's who is giving these 4s and ones. These reviews are being brigaded. These are not to be trusted. That is clean though. I'm gonna give that one a C plus. Let's go to the third. N-U-F, and then the C is upside down. You have this sort of San Jose Sharks teal with the black, the white. I'll give that a C plus as well. Nottingham Forest. This is a very average kit. He has like some stars in there, it looks like. A slightly darker red. Forest. I'll give that a C. I'll say it's just about average. D. That's a D. It's below average. I don't know what you want me to say. Southampton. I really wish that I hope either Portsmouth goes up or Southampton goes down because I want to see that derby, multiple times this season, but Christ. C, I guess. It's just about average. Let's look at the away. Yahweh protect me. What is this? D. Brother, who gave this a 3.3? That is a D. It is below average. Tottenham Hotspur. I'm gonna give that a B minus. B minus. This one. Center logo, not a fan of that, especially because there's nothing over here. Symmetry. If you're gonna put the logo in the center, you have to put something else up here. The human brain finds beauty in symmetry. It is a thing that designers, marketers have known for years. If you want something to be able to like something, make it symmetrical. I've never understood. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a C minus. But this third kit, hold on. You have the really stupid double swoosh thing there. But I kinda like this green fireworks thing going on here. And you have the, oh, that's really, I like the. I'm gonna give that a C plus. Alright, West Ham. I like the collar. Actually, the collar, like, yeah, that elevates it to me. I'm gonna give that a C plus. Let's look at the, ooh, baby. That is sick. Oh, yeah, I love the bell with the hammers. I love the, yeah, like the city, the houses there. Oh, that is, I'm gonna give that an A minus. St. Mary Le Beau Church in Cheapside in the east, the city of London. Yeah, I'm gonna give that what'd I say? B plus, A minus. I'm gonna go B plus. And finally we come to Wolverhampton. See, as much here as it does with Tottenham. Maybe it's because it's like just the shape of their badge, but I still would like to see something here. Like, put another sponsor right there, like make more money. I don't know. I'm gonna give this a B though. There's something I like about it more. I'd say it's above average. This looks AI generated. Just that wolf there. That wolf looks like I don't know how to explain it because it's not gonna make sense. But it looks kind of AI generated. I wanna give that a B plus. So my three favorites. Number 3 is this. The Manchester United third. That's my third favorite. Keep scrolling. My second favorite is the Crystal Palace home. I really love that. Crystal Palace is another one of those teams I have a soft spot for. And my favorite, shockingly, is the Brentford third. So, there is my reviews to the 2024-2025 Premier League kits. Let me know what you guys think of these kits, my opinions on these kits. Think it's your favorite team will be wearing this season. Love to hear your comments down below. But in the meantime, guys, if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. And until next time, guys.